Oh, I'm probably gonna skedaddle. I don't know anything about
Well,
these topics.
I kind of figured that would be the case. I have no idea how to clear this whole board on an image, but since you already did it, boop, now we're starting from scratch. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of 2 Cent Aisle. This one's a little bit different because as per usual, we are discussing one topic and how we feel, but I'm not alone. Yay, I'm not alone. Unlike, the other 99.9% of the content on this channel, this one is actually not going to be isolated. It's kind of weird. I'm a group channel, but I'm a solo at the same time. Yeah, it is what it is. So, as many of you may know, or who have grown up, when the 80s ended, there was a force on TV that you could not get rid of. Saturday morning cartoons. And of the Saturday morning cartoons, few held the title of enchanting an entire nation. One title to get close to it, if not master it, went on to become one of the greatest cartoons of all time. And it was the X-Men. No subtitles, no prefixes, etc., etc. It was just called X-Men. More recently, or rather, back in 2019, we were made aware that there would be a continuation story picking up where the original left off. Literally left off. For those who don't remember, because fucking 97 was a long time ago, as we've learned today. Charles Xavier encountered a disease where he had to go into space. And then the show just ended. The entire show just ended. New season.
That's where it
5th
ended?
episode. Hey, Charles is sick. Oh no, he has to go to space. When will he be back? I don't know. The end. And us being children, not being able to comprehend and in disbelief, had to just simply move on. Now, of course, later in time, we got X-Men Evolution, which would give us alternate takes and a more varied cast of X-Men, and it introduced the world to what would be known as Goth Rogue.
Yep.
Now, I don't know where my goth fetish or emo girl fetish was born, but on some level, I blame Rogue.
Blame or thank?
Yes.
Bum bum bum.
Damn, I actually don't know, because emo girls and goth girls are the definition of a blessing and a curse in my life. That's actually hard.
Not the only thing. But
Yeah.
Timmy stole a thunder.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons it's annoying. 99.9% of my female goth friends or female emo friends are fucking hot. It's actually annoying. Because I'm having a serious conversation. I think they're cool. I respect what they're saying. And, I think they're genuinely cool people. And then all of a sudden, Dick is like, hey, Brain. Yeah? Do we like her? I don't know. Why? Because I'm hard. That shit is a pain in the ass.
I think that radio transmission was a little off. It's more like, hey, Brain, we like her. I'm not sure we do. Look down, asshole.
No. You can... Chemical attraction is a thing, right? Chemical attraction is a thing. So because chemical attraction is a thing, you could literally like somebody without liking them. It's annoying. Like, I have a goth friend who barely spoke to me for 4 years. We get along. There was no, animosity. Barely spoke to me for 4 years. And I can tell you right now, I have no idea, absolutely no idea, why we didn't speak for 4 years after getting to talk to each other. But the minute I found out she was comfortable with showing me what she looked like, and I showed her what I looked like, and she was a country goth girl, my brain was just like, oh fuck. What do I do? What do we do?
That image in my head is really weird.
Oh, well, I'm going to give you an image of her.
Oh, goddammit.
Why you sound angry about that shit?
Because I don't need you to unlock new fetishes.
Fuck you. If I have to suffer hot goth and emo girls, you will too, bitch. So yeah,
No,
that's
you
her.
said
Hairless
goth country.
Yes, that's her. When she says "I reckon," it's not ironic, and it sounds country. She is country.
Wait, why can't I get to the?
She says "dad gum" instead of "goddamn."
Well then.
You know how annoying it is talking to someone like that at least 2 or 3 times a week, and your brain can't figure out, dude, do we fucking like her? God, that's annoying. However, I don't know that many country emo girls or country goths, but the problem is she's goth and emo and country. Anyways, but yeah, that's her.
She's country by heart, but goth by appearance.
Wait, did you?
What?
Damn,
What's wrong?
I wanted to see too.
It's in the image. Oh my god! I'll just
It's still
give
there.
you-
Oh, is it okay? I was looking in the wrong channel.
Do you see it
That's
now?
what I was saying, man. Just don't use the channel for the voice chat.
Are you related to me?
Don't frighten me like that. Look, I'll just give you a direct image. And you know, here's the hilarious part. Her name is one part removed from Anna Marie, which is Rogue's name.
She's so pretty.
And her name is one part removed away from Anna Marie. So she almost has Rogue's name. Because Rogue's name is Anna Marie. But yeah.
Well then.
YouTube won't be seeing this because I don't want her accidentally finding out that I'm even discussing her. Moving on. So I just want to ask you guys, what are some things you want to see in the return that we haven't seen before, alterations you want, or new X-Men you want to see? And I'm not going to go first. I'm going to put Rangiku in the hot seat because that's where Rangiku belongs.
Fine. I'll own it for this one. Honestly, I want to see elaboration on the different characters. Because like one of the things that I love about like our original X-Men series is that we get characters like Gambit, who has not had any level of justice done to him since.
Oh,
in the
yeah.
cartoon, yes.
But then we
Yep.
get into but then there's also characters from the comics that we don't really get the chance to see, or that
X-Men.
were kind of introduced. Like Cecilia Reyes was introduced in like one of the shitty new movies, but we never see
Damn.
Marrow. And like there's all these characters and so much opportunity that's never been taken advantage of because they always bring around the same dozen people. So that's my big thing is I want to see elaboration on the
That's beautiful.
different X-Men because it's such an expansive universe.
That's beautiful. I thoroughly respect and enjoy that answer. And I am
Thank you.
That one answer overrides all the pain and suffering you passed me in the past 30 minutes. Thank you.
Damn.
Why the fuck did you say damn?
gotta be-
Seems she enjoys your suffering.
See, this is what I tell people, like, I don't fucking hate giving my asshole friends compliment. They just find a way to make me fucking regret it.
Nah, but I appreciate that you like actually, enjoyed my response. I don't know.
It sounded like you had to think about that. That was
I had to think about the phrasing.
Okay, well, I know you're new here, but as, Officer can tell you, because Officer's been here the longest. I believe, Officer, you were here in year 1, and we're on year 5 currently. I will let
God, I
you
feel
talk,
like an
and I
old
will
man.
let you explain whatever it is you want to do and explain, even if I don't agree with it. However, if you are wrong, I'm not going to call you out your name and shit. I'm going to try to explain to you why you're wrong. And if you can accept that you are objectively wrong, when it's not pop culture shit, like serious shit, you just ain't gonna fucking come back. But
No, that's fair.
yeah, because we don't do this because we want to change the world or we think we're gonna change the world from a podcast. We do this because we just like talking about pop culture. Some of us are friends, some of us are not friends. Some of us only joined because they thought they could smash someone else and then they ended up getting married. And it's kind of adorable that they're a couple now and they don't want to admit that that's how they met. But I got the screenshots. Yeah, we've technically created couples on this show quite a few times.
Cute.
Hector just
Well,
recently
that-
had his, not Hector, what is his Discord name? Deathclaw, our homie Deathclaw, who still needs to do that life story about coming out of the drug cartel game and living a normal human being, decent life. Yeah, he just had his first daughter about 3 months ago. So for those in the YouTube and Spotify were wondering where Deathclaw's been, he didn't quit. He had a daughter. Man, I can't wait to get that drug cartel story out of him, though.
That does sound like it'd be interesting. Yeah.
Definitely getting that shit on YouTube. Okay. Well, other than character development, is there anything else you like to see, or are there any specific characters you like to see?
Honestly, I don't even know about specific characters at this point because I feel like it's been so underutilized. It's an argument that I have with Marvel as a whole. Like, not to go into an entire derailment, but
no, there's no derail. It's all about X-Men. It's all about Marvel. Nothing is off limits or off topic in this case.
Fair enough, but like the idea of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Civil War, it's like 8 dudes in a parking lot. That's not Civil War, right?
Damn! I did not expect that savagery from you.
I mean, she's right.
That is hilarious. So, I love that take.
Thank you. It's like there are so many. So it's my biggest complaint with Marvel.
Over 4,000.
There are so many characters that are not used across Marvel that admittedly it kind of, clouds a lot of what else I want to see because I get so caught up in just wanting them to bring anybody in. Do proper justice to Emma Frost. I don't know. Like, bring in some of these other characters. If you don't want to take a risk, bring in other characters that people know in some capacity and actually use them once in a while.
That's cool. That is, I mean, I'm not saying she just basically gave the best response possible because we haven't gone through everybody, but that shit's going to be hard to top.
Well, part of the problem is the licensing issues between corporations that own different Marvel characters. She's right.
The licensing issue is gone now.
But
the licensing issue is gone now. Marvel.
Not at the time, though.
Yeah. You are right. You are right in that regard. Also, let's not forget, these motherfuckers got over 4,000 characters. Not everybody's gonna come out to play.
And it's fine if not everybody does, but like, bring out more than the same dozen people.
Fair. Very fair. All right, Officer, what are some things you want to see changed, altered, or put into the upcoming sequel to X-Men?
Well, first things first, which I'm pretty sure they are going to address, but I want to see anyway, is are they going to resolve that whole Professor X going into space to deal with the...
Why would you even fucking say that? No, seriously, why the fuck did you even say that?
Because I don't know, maybe they'll
That's what the whole show is about.
But other than that, I think there were some characters they introduced in that admittedly kind of in the long run X-Men Evolution that I think might be done a little better justice in this continuation of X-Men the Animated Series. Like, most of the Brotherhood, though I'm pretty sure at least 2 or 3 of them were most of them were probably already in the original. With, what was it, Toad...
Quake,
the
Blob, Mystique, and Torch.
And Mystique, yeah. But I think it'd be kind of interesting to see some... I think one of the ones that was introduced in X-Men Evolution that's first came in that one, Spike, was he specific to X-Men Evolution?
Spike doesn't exist. They got rid of Marrow for Spike. It was weird. I acknowledge that. Like,
oh shit!
They should have just.
I'll
explain that later. It was.
He's cool as fuck.
No. Wow, did not expect you to say that. Okay, so there's a story about Spike that we'll get into, but we'll save that towards the end because technically Spike is not relevant. Technically.
I wasn't aware of that one. Okay,
Yeah,
looking forward to that.
It's a weird story. I'll explain it when we're done.
But I remember when I was a small officer, I was really fond of Gambit. I want to see them do more with Gambit.
He is objectively like super awesome.
Yeah.
Yes,
exactly.
We know you want to fuck him. We know. It's okay. No one blames you.
But I want to see more with Gambit. And maybe a bit more with Sabretooth. His whole interactions with Wolverine and the like.
They did that.
Ah, shit. I guess I don't remember it as well as I thought I did. Sorry about that.
It's fine. What about you, CT?
So, I don't remember a lot of the original X-Men cartoon, but I remember there was a lot of life lessons.
No one's gonna hold it against you.
There was a lot of life lessons that, you know, there was an episode about bullying. There was an episode about financial stability. There was episodes about how to handle new people. So I think what I'd like to see is Xavier comes back and he tries to take over, but the perception of the old timers, because you know you travel through space, time and space affects you differently due to gravity. So you come back after 15 years, and it's been 50 years on Earth. I think I said the same. 15 years in space, 50 years on Earth. So he comes back and he meets with Gambit, he meets with Cyclops, he meets with Rogue and Storm, and they all have their different interpretations of what he wanted for the school. And he comes back and he says, hey, you know, this isn't what I intended. And so he tries to insert his view, but it doesn't fit. That narrative doesn't fit. What he thinks doesn't work anymore. It's not right. But there are some things that even the new kids can learn from the old-timer Xavier because, yeah, not everything works out, but he does know quite a bit. And some things just work, maybe not better, but they still work, so they can be introduced to the toolbox. You know what I'm saying? Like old school versus new school. I mean, there's not one that's objectively better. There are different aspects that make more sense in accordance to the situation, but everyone has a different value they can take out of what's happening.
This actually makes me want to ask you guys, who here saw the New Mutants movie?
I saw everything except for like the last 5 minutes.
Damn, what the fuck happened?
My flight ended. I was watching it on a plane from the free Wi-Fi.
Okay, yeah, I've been in those situations. I fucking hate that, especially when it's something good.
Yeah.
New Mutants is not one I got a chance to see yet.
What about you, CT?
I saw bits and pieces of it. It's going to end up like the Goonies for me. That means nothing to you. It took me 6 years to finally watch the Goonies, and I have yet to see the Goonies play start to end. I know the entire movie, but I've never seen it start to end.
I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix. Give it a look. Okay, well, we can't really talk about that too much. However, it is a good movie, and it's made by Fox. I kind of wanted to say something similar to that, and so I guess now I gotta fucking change it. But mine would be more along the lines of he's gone for 1 episode or 2 episodes. Lilandra decides to come back with, you know, Gladiator, maybe Spiral, or Gladiator, no, and Warpath. That's her name, Warpath. And they find out that 3 years have passed and Magneto started a war. You know, because the very last episode, remember, Magneto hadn't made a decision on if he's going to lead the New Mutants, not the group New Mutants, but New Mutants who were rallying to both Magneto and Xavier's side, and then Xavier often gets brain damage, essentially, right? But as far as what I would like to see change different, stop fucking killing Morph. Stop making Morph a character that shows up in 2 or 3 episodes, goddammit. put Morph on the regular roster, okay? Technology's advanced enough to where animating Morph is not going to be that painful, all right? Put Morph on the team properly. Let us at least get 1 or 2 seasons where we actually get Morph. I don't even like Morph that
And
well.
don't kill him.
I don't even like Morph that much, but I just hated the way he was done. I saw the explanation, it was still stupid to me. Also, I want a lot of this will they won't they crap to stop. Let it end, okay? Speaking of someone who's had a long-standing frustration with goth and or emo girls, let Gambit and Rogue be married or be broken up. Let Jean break up with Scott or tell Logan, hey, you need to calm that shit down, bro. I'm gonna remove the memories that you have of loving me because you're a problem. It'll make a good episode. It could be a dark episode without anybody dying. Oh, she just went in and broke his mind to the point where he doesn't love her. Damn, that's fucked up. Right?
Yep.
And also, because nobody said it, give me them crossovers, boy. Bro,
Yeah.
there was a licensing dispute that so we couldn't have Spider-Man guest star in any of the X-Men cartoons, but Spider-Man could guest star, but the X-Men characters could guest star in his cartoon. You know how fucked up that was? I still remember losing my shit when I saw the X-Jet fly into New York and the music started playing and they all jump out of the vehicle like they did in the intro in Spider-Man's cartoon. Me and my cousins lost our fucking minds, bro.
It was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, but did y'all see Multiverse of Madness?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I made the joke, like I started singing the X-Men theme, and I shit you not, 30 seconds later was when like that whole thing happened. I was so excited.
Bro.
Not super fond of the movie as a whole. Like I feel like Marvel's gotten lazy. That's a whole nother thing.
Every time I've seen people get mad at that movie, it seems to be like they're mad that they made Scarlet Witch a bad guy. And I'm just like, have you actually read the comics? Scarlet Witch is an okay superhero on a good day and one of the most dangerous fucking villains on a bad day. She literally rewrote reality once, and it took 3 years of storytelling for it to go back to normal. With one sentence. She did it with one sentence. Also, fun fact, no, not that she's related to the Olsen twins, but their big brother is actually a writer for Marvel. Yeah, there's more than 3 Olsens. There's like 5 of them.
Damn.
Actually, I feel like I should be shocked by that, but
I didn't know.
I mean, it's Hollywood.
At this point, I figure if somebody tells me they have 5 siblings, at least 2 of them are twins.
I'm the last of 9. I just kind of hate that none of my siblings are twins. Like, I want it for the story appeal.
See, I would have assumed wrong.
This motherfucker typing in the wrong ass chat. But hey, at least someone answered your question. So, yeah, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to say that. All right, so outside of that, I want to see characters that people have never even been voiced before or haven't even been animated before show up. It doesn't have to be all of them. I want to see X-Man. Well, that's the name of the show, Zax. Blink, blink. No, there is actually an X-Man whose alias is X-Man, and he is literally one of the most ridiculously strongest characters that Marvel has ever made. But like every character outside of the Hulk who's ridiculously strong and OP, he barely does anything with that OP-ness. All they do, well, that didn't come out right. All they do is nerf his ass, and then they put him in a story after they've been ridiculously nerfed. So then the story becomes, can they do these things while they're nerfed? Or it becomes, since you're nerfed, you have to work with these guys because you're nerfed. Shit never happens to Thor. So yeah, he technically could be considered the half-brother of Cable. Yeah, he's a Summers boy. And you know what happens whenever Scott Summers has a child or a sibling? They're just ridiculously powerful for no fucking logical reason. This dude is interdimensionally linked to every other version of himself. His power...
That's OP.
Yes. His power doesn't have a definable limit. And he can even, with the power of telekinesis, mind you, he can make objects out of light particles. He could make himself a Green Lantern with his fucking mind if he wanted to. Yeah, y'all gonna learn some X-Men shit today.
X-Men was my hyperfixation when I was in like middle school.
No one will ever hold that against you.
It's so fun.
Yes. It's the one thing that everybody can like unilaterally. Real reality motherfucker even started looking like Jesus. They even put that picture up. That's him for the record. They even put that picture up of him on the cover where he was legitimately looking like stereotypical white man Jesus. And here's a
Yep,
picture
that's
for you.
Jesus.
Or Moist Critical for the young folks out there.
Also true.
Ow.
That sounds dirty. I don't know who that is, but that sounds dirty.
Yeah, it does, but he's not dirty in the slightest. It's kind of ironic. X-Men, and as far as the crossovers, yes, obviously, I want fucking actual Spider-Man, not a piece of Spider-Man's arm and some webbing. I want actual Spider-Man. I used to have literal dreams as a kid of Spider-Man teaming up with the X-Men from the cartoon. And I would be mad as hell when I woke up because it wasn't real. I want fucking Deadpool, but not because, I think Deadpool's so cool. I want to see Deadpool be in a situation where he's dealing with someone or people after he realized, oh shit, I might have broken this reality by telling them that this isn't the real world. Because normally when he does it in the comic, they ignore him or they just think he's crazy. And I also want She-Hulk for the same reason. She-Hulk is one of the only other Marvel characters outside of Deadpool that know and are aware that they're in a comic book. Yeah. Crazy, right? So, I want to see those two characters, and as an added bonus, now this isn't a one particular character. The X-Men have had multiple teams depending on the year. X-Men Red, X-Men Blue, or X-Men Red Team, Gold Team, Blue Team. They've had their own books. And in fact, I recommend X-Men Red because that's one of the only times Nightcrawler has facial hair. So he had a blueberry beard. Just so I could say blueberry beard. And there's been also New Mutants, Next Generation, etc., etc. I want them to show people how diverse not only the characters are, but the teams get. I want them to do that. I know that sounds very selfish of me, but instead of
it sounds realistic.
I was going to say, I feel like that kind of goes in a lot with a lot of people forget like the roots of X-Men to begin with, right? And they forget about how
white people do. I've seen a lot of white people forget it. It's
yeah. Look, I was playing it safe.
No. There is no safe with the X-Men. Look, Professor Xavier, and to this day, it blows my mind how many people don't understand this. Professor Xavier and Magneto are based off of Martin Luther King and fucking Malcolm X.
Yep.
Because they wanted the same things, but they wanted to get it two different ways. Okay? Yep. The X-Men's entire purpose is to be a political, social commentary, as well as a damn good reading and action superhero story about progressive treatment and getting civil rights for minorities or people who are considered different from the normal or misunderstood. They are literally black people for comic books. Despite what, I don't know, idiots, I won't call them racist because sometimes an idiot can look racist without actually being racist. I hate that they get the slide, but it's true. A lot of people are not aware of this fact. The X-Men, which were initially going to be called the Merry Mutants, their job were to be superheroes who were not respected like other superheroes because they were viewed as essentially a threat for merely existing. Wow, that sounds familiar.
The gasp.
Yeah.
What?
Lagasse.
Don't worry, white racist old dads who fucking see me coming down the street. I'm not trying to fuck your daughters. I just pretend I do to piss you off. I mean, if they, wear a lot of black or they got a lot of piercings, though. Oh no.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah. Oh, look, all my friends make the emo goth jokes. Okay, here's what blows my mind. Most of the friends I have that have met my ex-girlfriends, they met the ones that aren't emos or goths, and they will still find a way to use that shit against me. Oh, that's strange. That's strange, X. Why is she just in a regular old skirt and a blue top? Yeah, she's not in all black. Yeah, she's not in all black. What's going on, bro? Did you change your mind? It's like, shut the fuck up. Oh no, you know what would happen? I bet you on Halloween she wears a sexy nun outfit. Yeah, they probably still make those. Does that work for you? And I just like how these are dudes asking me about what turns me on that claim that they're straight. You know?
I made they do still make them. I was in Spirit
Conversation
Halloween
going.
yesterday.
I don't know what you just said because 3 people spoke at once. What'd you say, Rangiku?
I said, side note, they do still make them because I was in Spirit Halloween yesterday.
Oh God. Well then.
See, if I even do a bare minimum compliment to her, she will find a way to make me fucking regret it.
I think you jumped into this hole.
Okay, first
You
off,
kind of did.
I didn't jump into the hole. I was born in the hole. No one invited her. She just went and got a rope and a flashlight. But yeah, a lot of the younger folk don't know how many different teams there are. And they don't know that usually those teams are not led or run by the old school people all the time. So you just get new people. And one of the last things I want to see, I know this is fucked up. I actually want someone to die, but I also want the story to go to dark places, not philosophical, social commentary places. I want them to go to dark places because that's what the comic did. For those who don't know, a little bit of a spoiler. Beast and Cyclops, depending on the year, slowly descended into villainy. And it was a really fucked up and dark way that it would happen. X-Force is a team Cable made specifically meant to assassinate threats that he knew were going to be threats to the future of mutant kind and also humanity. He didn't ask nobody no questions. People wouldn't even know who it was he killed or why he killed them, but he knew that they had to die. However, after like the first 10 years, he pretty much never ran the team ever again, right? Cyclops brought the team back to be an assassination hit squad for people who are a direct threat to X-Men who don't want to have peace, and he did it in secret without telling anybody. And one of those dudes shot and murdered an 8-year-old Apocalypse in the brain. And that's when everyone found out and got pissed at Scott. Yeah. Dark as shit, right? Bro, that was like 2012 that shit happened. Imagine what happens now. Yeah.
I mean, there is such fucked up shit that has happened over the course of the X-Men as a series. Like, oh my goodness.
Though on that note, thought occurred to me, with X-Men very much being a political comic, I'm wondering if this continuation is going to include topics like trans rights or police brutality.
Entirely possible because it's the X-Men. We all know
Friends
of Humanity
especially the latter.
Friends of Humanity was a stand-in for neo-Nazis. Like, anything's possible. And I really want to see them, let the show age with the fans, or in the show eventually, give it a proper ending, make a new show that's sequel, but it actually shows blood, for example. Think about it. We all know Wolverine has had every single possible way you can have a body be mutilated happen to him. But
I mean, there's a time when Magneto literally removes the adamantium.
And that was the nicest thing to happen to him. He was still alive after that.
Yeah.
Like, imagine Wolverine actually getting blown up and you see his legs fall from the sky in one place and then his arm in 3 miles in the opposite direction. Imagine his eyeballs being melted out of his skull. You know, like, I'm not saying do gore for the sake of gore. I'm just saying try to get more in line with the actual comic. We got close, dangerously close one time, and only one time. There was, Marvel spent like, I think $3 million or $5 million in making 3 different animated shows that were animated by Japanese studios. And the X-Men show had some of the best quality. However, it had some of the weakest combat, shittiest stories, and the least amount of blood, if any at all. Because the show rating didn't match how mature the characters were, right? So I want to see them finish what they started, you know. But yeah, that's just my ideas, and that's my 2 cents. Thank you guys for, you know, being the first to be in the episode that's usually a solo for this series. I think I've done about 8 of these by myself. It's nice to have other people. And I will see you guys in the next one.
Later.
Yeah.
Have a good one.